Good morning, everyone. Those who don't know me, my name is Dom Donnelly. I'm the Assistant Athletic Director for Media Relations here at Tusculum, and I'd like to welcome you to a very, very special day in the history of our college. Just kind of explain the format today of this press conference. Dr. Moody will be coming up to welcome some special guests and welcome you to the college officially, and then it'll be followed by our Athletic Director, Doug Jones, who will introduce our new football coach. For media who are here, we'll be doing interviews immediately after Coach Odom's comments. Okay, and we'll be doing them separately. Just track me down and I will get him, and also Coach Jones will also be available for comments as well. Okay, so without further ado, it's my pleasure to present the president of Tusculum College, Dr. Nancy Moody.
Wow, what a crowd. We're glad that each and every one of you are here for this wonderful announcement, which I understand has been on TV and the radio, which is good publicity. Change is always difficult, regardless of whether it's a good change or bad change. It's always a challenge. And I know that many of you all here have supported our athletic programs, all of them, some of you football, some of you like basketball a little better, tennis, etc. I hope you will continue to support those sports. But I also want you to know that today I feel like it's very appropriate that we're here today and we're facing a new year coming up, and Janus means it's a two-headed figure in the Greek mythology. And on the one hand, you're looking back to the past year and what was accomplished, and with the other side or the other face, you're looking toward the future. And that's what we're doing here today, is looking toward the future. Before I turn the podium over, though, I would like to introduce a few people. I'd like for members of the Board of Trustees who are here to please stand or wave and be recognized. I would like to, who's over the Booster Club? Pioneer Club, yes, the Booster Club. Thank you, Harry. I wasn't sure if that guard had changed or not, so that's why I asked the question, but looked straight at you. But without further ado, we will proceed with the press conference. I think Doug Jones has a few words he'd like to say, and please make our new coach and his family welcome. And I'll leave it to you to introduce them. I know their names though, and we're very glad you all are here. Thank you.
Well, good morning, and again, welcome to Tusculum College. We appreciate you being here today for this very special announcement. This is an exciting time for our institution. I won't take too long. I know you don't want to hear from me, so I'll get this moving along, but we do appreciate you coming out and being here today. I want to begin by taking a moment to thank our search committee, who spent a great deal of time, tireless effort working through this process, which within 48 hours we had received over 75 applications for this position, and by the time we concluded the process we were well over 150 applicants for this position. And the job and the time and the effort that they spent during this process, they'll never know how much I appreciate it, because they were a tremendous amount of support and help to me as we moved through this process. We understood going forth how critical of a time this was, not just for our institution, but obviously our football program. We are right in the middle of college football recruiting. So we wanted to make sure that we were first and foremost very efficient throughout the process, and that we tried to get this right, but we also understood that we had some time constraints, that we needed to move as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So greatly appreciate all of their support and help throughout this process. We actually began a little less than 2 weeks ago with this application process and getting everything posted. The pool of applicants that we had were extremely qualified for this position. They included the such of former NFL head coaches who applied for this position, as well as former NFL players and numerous college coaches at all levels, all the way down to the high school level. So The process was challenging to try to get through that pool of applicants, but I think that shows how coveted this position really is here at our institution, which I thought was exciting for us as we worked through it. Going through the entire process, one name kept coming back to the top, and that name was Jerry Odom. And he and I laughed about this last night. We did a lot of extensive work on Jerry and contacted a lot of people. And the same thing kept coming back to us, that Jerry was a tireless worker, had a tremendous passion for the game of football, loved his players, and his players loved playing for him. And all those things were very important to us as we worked through this. We were looking for a man of character that would oversee the development of our overall student athlete, make sure that our young men were going to class and that education was important, that they would be involved in the community and very engaged. And all that information kept coming back very positive about Jerry. We wanted a coach that had a plan for every aspect of our program, from the academic side to obviously the offensive side, the defensive side, special teams. And Jerry has knowledge in all of those areas. And that was exciting for us. We also wanted someone that had the expectation that we could come in here and compete for championships on a regular basis. And I think that's what Jerry's goal is, very passionate about that. So we're excited about all the information that we were able to gather about Jerry. On the field, he's been successful at every single stop that he's made throughout his career. Played linebacker at the University of Florida, coached at the University of Florida. He's coached at every level, including the professional level, all the way down to the high school level. And if you look through his resume and the information that Dom has provided you today, you'll see that he's been extremely successful everywhere that he has been. So it became very obvious that we had found the right guy to lead our football program here at Tusculum College. We are excited to have Donna into our community and welcome you and your family, and to have Reed and Clay as well. I think you'll find this community very supportive, very willing to help you in any way they possibly can, and we are thrilled to have you a part of our community, and welcome to you. Well, without further ado, I can stand up here and talk for hours, but you don't want to hear from me. It is my honor and my pleasure to introduce our next head football coach here at Tusculum College, Mr. Jerry Odom.
The head. Certainly not the hair. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. This is something that's been something I've wanted to do forever. I've been a lot of places, kind of told you that. I've been up and down maybe the high school ranks, all the way from the high school ranks to the professional level. So I've got a very unique perspective of this. And a little bit of background about me. My dad was a 42-year head coach in the state of Florida, won 3 state championships, and is one of the all-time the century, coaches of the century there. And for me, I grew up in this. I'm a football junkie. My wife will tell you, if I'm not watching film, something's wrong. I come home and I watch film. I go to work and I watch film. That's what I love. I enjoy this. I believe in this, and I believe in this community. Have a great expectation of what we can do here. I really do. I think we can recruit here. I think it's a great town. You got great facilities. We can just build on this and go forward and really do something special here. I'm not built not to win championships. That's going to be the goal. I'm telling you right now, that's going to be the goal. We're going to try to win championships, and we're going to try to do it the right way. I want good kids who do the right things on and off the field. I want them to enjoy it. I want it to be a family. That means a lot to me. I love my players. I love my players, and as you get to know me, you'll know that. Sometimes you got to be hard on them, if you love them, because you want them to do the right things. But they've got to know that you love them, and you got to make them love you. It's my job to make them love me, to make them understand the vision that I have and what we're trying to get accomplished at this great college. And I think we're going to be able to do that. I really do. I've got a lot of stuff to do on my plate. Obviously, moving forward, we're in a time crunch with recruiting and everything else, getting staff together, all those good things. But I cannot thank Dr. Moody, Doug Jones, all the people on the committee for giving me this opportunity. It means so much to me. So much to me to be the head coach here at Tusculum College. My wife and I were talking, she's been my rock. I appreciate you, honey. She's been my rock as long as I can remember. I know who the boss is, by the way. You learn that early. You get married, you learn that early if you're a smart man. And good football coaches have to understand that because you put so much into what you're trying to do. And I am a person that tries to put so much into what I do that I don't have time to pay bills sometimes. She handles that, thank goodness. So, if you ever see her around, thank her for me. I love my two boys. They're football kind of junkies too, so that's great. They love to watch tape with me. I feel bad for my wife, a lot of testosterone running around in our house. But again, the way I want this thing to do, and thing to be as a family, I want to be a part of your guys' family, the Tusculum family, and I want the kids to know, the kids that are here, the kids we're going to recruit, that they should, we're going to have an open door policy as coaches. We want them to come by. We want them to know us, other than just being a football coach out on the field. I think that's super important because you're going to get them to play harder for you. You're going to get them to do the right things better if they know you care for them more than just on the football field. And I really believe in that. And that'll be the foundation we're built on. The foundation we're built on. We will recruit tirelessly in Tennessee. We'll recruit tirelessly in North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, and Georgia. I have a ton of connections. I've recruited just about everywhere. From the time I was in East Carolina, I did a lot of North Carolina. I've been in Florida for 25 years. I've been in Georgia for 25 years. And then I've also recruited some in the Chattanooga, more in the Chattanooga, Memphis area of Tennessee. So I've got pretty good contacts everywhere, so we should do a good job in that. I'm looking forward to the opportunity and the challenge of trying to play in one of the greatest Division II conferences in the country, in my opinion. The SAC is an outstanding football. As you can see, they've been in national championship games, representatives from this conference in the last couple of years. So why not us? Why not Tusculum? Why can't we get to that point and believe in that and get everybody on the same page and start moving forward toward that goal? Because that's my goal. I'm not coming here to be okay. That's just not, like I said, that's not how I'm built. And people who know me will tell you exactly what I'm telling you. I'm a pretty open book. If you want to come ask me a question, I'll answer to the best of my ability. I'm not a very good politician. I'm much more of a straight shooter, and that's how I always want to be with everybody. Because I think that I've always been of belief that I tell my players, you may not like what I tell you, but I'm going to try to tell you the truth as I see it, because I think that's the right way to be and how to be as a person, and that's how we'll be in the community. My wife, my kids, we're looking forward to getting into the community, being a part of it, being a part of Greenville. Great town. Really enjoyed kind of seeing the different aspects of it. Being in a smaller town is a lot of fun. Jacksonville is where I came from most recently. It's kind of a big place, and you don't get all that small town feel all the time. But again, I cannot thank the committee and all the people here enough. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I don't want to disappoint you. I'm going to work every day not to disappoint and to take this thing to the next level. Is that okay? Okay. And one last thing, I had hair before I started this interview process.